on doing that. Okay. All right, let's go after just structure really quick with no mace. Then we'll squat, for reps. And then we'll work on arrows for a little bit. And then we've got a new switch for everyone except for Jody and Kelly. So, Emily, you're on a nice hardwood floor, it looks like there. So we'll see how brave you are when it comes to this new switch. No pressure. All right, so let's just kind of get ourselves organized. Let me better my camera angle. Everyone just get set up for just standing structure, if you could. So those feet are going to be somewhere around hip to shoulder width where you feel good about it. Feet are straight forward at the moment. And let's get into that posture that we want to be in through the entire time that we're in flow. So we're going to take a little bit of tuck out of the pelvis, a little posterior. Ribs go down in, abs go on. There's a little slack in those knees and those shoulders are pulled back. My head is just straight up. So we're trying to get as much height as we can from the bottom of our tailbone to the top of our head. Shake it out for a second. Go one more time. Go through the paces on your own. So let's say pelvis. Unlock the knees, ribs, abs, shoulders. All good. All right, grab your mace. Let's go into all of our landmarks to stay in that structure the entire way through. So get the feet set up in the same manner. I want to start off, at least for me, I'm going to go below my left, my right, with my palm up. Right hand's on the tail, palm down. So let's get into a little cross-body bottom. Get the same standing structure, and let's crush this mace like you want to break the handle. So not only we're squeezing it tight, but we're acting like we want to shorten it. So from here, let's kind of go to that level 2 where that mace is just parallel to the ground. Still applying the same force in. 3, 2, 1. Cross-body top position. Just a reminder, this is always where we go for any sort of an arrow before we shoot that arrow. Let's do a little prayer hand switch and get to the other shoulder. Cross-body top. Crush, crush, crush. 3, 2, 1. Level 2. Crush, crush, crush. And then finally, work all the way around the corner and cross body bottom on the right. Now, let's rip and work our way back. So we're still crushing the mace, but we're trying to pull it apart like we want to lengthen it out. So 3, 2, 1, level 2, 3, 2, 1, cross body top, 3, 2, 1. Prayer hand switch. Cross body top, 3, 2, 1, level 2, 3, 2, 1, bottom, 3, 2, 1, and done. All right, let's just get some squatting here. So widen the base of those feet, turn them out, really fight to maintain your tucked pelvis to get good depth out of the squat and stay as tall as possible. I'm going to keep my globe on my left. Let's switch every time on the way up. So we'll do a little ballistic switch on the way up to the top. So crush, structure, let's go 5. I'm sorry, 10 total, I apologize. 5 each way. Ballistic switch on the way up. Should be nice and slow on the way down, otherwise you've got no chance of keeping that pelvic position like we want. One more. All right, narrow the base, let's shoot some arrows. So we're gonna hold for 5 seconds, let's go 4 each direction. So I'm going to my left first, so just a reminder. Structure 1, cross body top position 2, and then we are going to rip and shoot that arrow for a 5 count. Let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Transition. Same deal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We already lost breath for the first time. And 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So some of you are leaning away a little bit from the globe in the arrow. Tighten up a little bit so that doesn't happen anymore. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Transition. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's go one more here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, so we're going to go with a new skill early on in the day here. So we're going to do this from the arrow. So here's the switch. Let me give you a visual for the first couple, and then we'll break it down. So I'm going to do the same thing I just did to my arrow. Then the the trail hand, the one that's on the tail, I'm going to flip that grip so my palm's facing back towards me. And then here's what we're going to do. Whoa. So let me break that down so that makes a little bit more sense before we just jump in. So I've got my crossbody top, I've got my structure, I shoot my arrow. So here's what we can do first, just to play around with letting the mace kind of do the work for you. I'm going to keep my grip, and I'm just going to play around with letting this mace just literally go back and forth, trying to get it at least parallel to the ground, using the momentum of the mace to make this movement happen. So reset, structure, crossbody top, shoot the arrow, same deal. Really try to get more momentum going this time. So 1, 2, 3. You notice I'm not even letting my elbow come off my body. So pretty, see, you can get a bigger swing that way and a bigger swing that way.
Scared of the legs.
You're good. All right. So now that we have that general idea, like in concept down, we got to do this whole switch. Now, that momentum isn't enough by itself to carry the mace all the way over here. Because basically, we're doing from this position, it's flipping all the way around, and we need to get it there. So we need to assist a little bit. We're going to have to punch down a little bit to create more momentum, but it's a timing thing. So I've got my mace out to my side. When the mace essentially is close to being vertical, I'm going to punch down into it to create more momentum. So it's like a 1, 2, 3, now. Flip that hand, punch down now. And I'm just gripping with this other hand. Arrow, flip, punch down and grab. There's me. You just don't trust. You need to flip way harder and you'll be okay. Let's go 2 more times on this side. Flip that hand. You're going to let it go. Punch down, grip with that left hand. Getting closer. But you got to flip it all the way around like that. Yeah. All right, so now let's switch sides. So if anyone decides that this switch ultimately is not for them today, that's cool. You can come back and review and play around with it later. Now, I'm going to shoot some arrows to my right and go right to it. It's the same thing. So, crossbody top. Arrow, let's go right to it. Flip that hand. We have to punch down into it and grab with that right hand. Mace is vertical when I grab with the right hand. If you notice, that hand position, what that looks like, it never came off. I let that wrist move naturally. So, arrow. Flip left hand. Punch down into it. Grip. You just don't trust it, Karina.
No, I don't.
Left hand, let go of the right, punch down, grip. Let's go 2 more here. Last one coming. All right, now everyone, if you can, if you're going to do this with me, get to this position right here. So now I came out of my arrow, left hand's on, I grip it with the right. Just to make sure there's no confusion about how we would transition this, all we have to do is take the bottom hand off, re-grip, and I'm back to a very familiar position. I'm in that level 2 with the palm up on the globe and palm down on the other side. All right, so those of you that are feeling brave, we're going to go into the beginning of the flow with that. If you're not feeling brave, just leave that part out, and that's okay. So 360 into arrow, into that flip into a sideline. So the first 3 things essentially are really going to be at your discretion if you do them or not. So if you're doing the whole thing, here's what it looks like. If not, you basically can just side lunge to the right and be good. So those of you that are doing the whole thing, let's get into warrior first. I got my right hand high because I'm going to go 360 left and arrow left. So 1, 2, 3. Bottom hand comes off. Arrow. Flip that right hand. We're here, and now we're breaking this down slow. We're going to side lunge to the right. We're going to take that right hand off and end up right there. So let's work on that piece a couple of times through. Back to the beginning, everybody. So right hand high, 360 going left, and here's a posterior view for you. 1, 2, 3. Left hand came off. Right hand flips. Punch down, I got my grip. I side lunge to my right. We go 2 more times that way. 1, 2, 3. Right hand flips. I punch down into it, catch it with my left. Right hand comes off. I side lunge. 1 more time without talking through. And 1 last time for extra reps. All right, I want to go the other direction now and do the same thing. So now our 360s go right, our arrows go right. We're going to side lunge to the left. So facing you to start. 1, 2, 3. 360 went right. Right hand came off. Arrow. Flip that left hand. Punch it on down. I got my grip right here. I'm going to side lunge to my left in this case. Right back to where I began. 360 right. Arrow right. Flip that bottom hand. Punch down. Into a side lunge. Posterior view for you. Two more. All right. So now that we've got that beginning, which again is completely optional, you can just shoot an arrow and go into it if you want, whatever feels right. Here's the rest of it. So we get to that place. Now, the horizon switch. Bryn, this will be new for you. I can't even see you, Bryn, so I'm not sure if you're there or not. After we
I'm here.
side lunge, okay, we're going to go horizon switch. So the horizon switch, Bryn, you're going to push from the back hand to create the momentum to flip the mace like this.
Okay.
This looks like.
Okay.
So you're going to do your best to try that, Bryn, because you missed this last week. So I'm going to flip my mace and go into a side lunge the other way. This is our 180. Once we've established that position, we're going to go right into a dragon lunge with an arrow. This is something we did last week. So I'm there, and I'm going to go right back where I came from, back to that side lunge. So let's do that part one more time here. Side lunge right, I'll give you a posterior view. To horizon switch. To dragon lunge arrow. Back to the side lunge you came from. Now, here's the extra stuff we're going to add on. I want to do a knight shield. We always do it to the straight knee. So there's that knight shield. I'm going to take my top hand, flip it so thumb goes down. Drop my mace, I'm ready for my uppercut. Forward lunge uppercut. Switch my mace back into the side lunge. And then we'll start the entire thing over. What I'm going to encourage all of you to do is figure out which way you want to face. So from the very, very, very beginning, let's do this entire thing right now. So starting with the 360 arrow, flipping the mace into silent. We're doing all that. Horizon's the last piece. So 360 left. 1, 2, 3. Left hand comes off. I shoot my arrow. Now I'm going to flip it. Right hand, catch, side lunge to the right. So now this is where we pick up the horizon work. So from here, I flip that mace. There's my horizon. I'm loaded on my left, so I push off my left, flip my mace, shoot that arrow. Back to the side lunge we came from. Right into knight shield. So I curl, I go to my straight leg, which is right. Flip top hand. Uppercut, so we forward lunge it. And now I'm just going to pivot right back where I came from. And we are back to the beginning. So I want to hit that 4 more times. 3 of those will be with me. So to the left again with the 360. Same thing with the arrow. I'm going to try to go more seamlessly this time. 1, 2, 3. And there's that side lunge position loaded on the right. So from here, horizon. From here, push off the left, dragon arrow. Back side lunge. So looking on my left right now, my side lunge. Nice shield to the straight leg, which is right. Flip that top hand, thumbs down. Shoulder hip. Forward lunge, we uppercut. We pivot back to the back leg into a side lunge right. Back to where we started. 360, arrow left, side lunge right. 1, 2, 3. So side lunge right. We're going to do a horizon, which is at 180. Now side lunge left. Push off the left, drag an arrow. Back to side lunge. Nice shield right. Flip that top hand so the thumb goes down. Forward lunge, uppercut it. Pivot right back to side lunge where you came from. Right back to the beginning, 360 left. Arrow left, side lunge to the right. Horizon switch. Pushing off the left foot, drag an arrow. Back to side lunge left. Nice shield right. Flip that top hand, thumbs down, shoulder hip with the mace. Forward lunge, uppercut it. Pivot right back to side lunge. One more with me, one without me. 1, 2, 3. Side lunge goes right. Horizon switch. Push off the left foot, drag an arrow. Back to side lunge. Then shield goes right. Flip that top hand. Forward lunge, uppercut it. Pivot back to that side lunge you came from. All right, fam. One without you. Let's see how we look. There you go, Bryn. All good. Emily's got it. Kelly blowing through this. You look good. Bryn figured it out along the way. All is good. All right. Hate to tell you this. Got to do this on the other side now. So I'm not going to take the time to build it because you got the general idea. But we'll have slow for a couple. It'll be 4 with me and 1 without me. Really quick sip of water if you need it. Otherwise, let's just go. All right, so now we are going to initiate a 360, an arrow to the right, a side lunge to the left. Everything else is the same. So let's do this thing. If you're going with 360, I got my left hand high and my right hand low. 360 to that right side. 1, 2, 3. Right hand comes off. Arrow. Left hand, flip that grip, palm up. Flip that mace. Side lunge to the left. Horizon switch. We end up in the side lunge to our right. Off that right leg. That's the bent knee. Drag it out. Right back to the side lunge. Our nice shield goes to the straight leg always, so it's left. Flip that top hand. Shoulder hip. Forward lunge, uppercut it. Pivot towards that back leg. Into the side lunge. And we're golden. Let's do this thing again. 1, 2, 3. 360 right. Arrow right. Flip the left hand. Side lunge to your left. Horizon. Dragging an arrow. Back to side lunge right. Nice shield left. Flip that top hand, shoulder, hip, forward lunge, uppercut it. Back to side lunge left. Back to the beginning. 2 more with me, everybody. 360. Arrow. Flip. Side lunge to the left. Horizon switch. End up in the side lunge right. Push off that right leg. Dragging an arrow. Back to side lunge right. Nice shield. Went to my left. Uppercut it. Pivot to that left leg into a side lunge. One more time with me. 1, 2, 3.
Mixed up.
All right, that was 4 with me. Give you 1 solo, everybody, from the top. So far, so good. You're getting it, Karina. You're trying to trust it. Bottom line is just don't let it go. Horizon.
Oh, God.
Horizon switch for you.
Sorry.
Emily, what's the last thing you did?
Gosh.
In general, all good. If you want to throw an extra one on board, go right ahead. Yeah, Bryn figured it out. Good. All right, whenever you finish the flow you're currently in, shut it down. Bryn, by the way, I like the fact that you're right out of the back of the Jeep. I can see the back door swung open there.
I have nowhere else to put it, but I need to be outside to do all this. I need space.
Yeah, you need some space for all this movement, particularly today.
Wi-Fi keeps going in and out.
Got it. Sorry.
It's okay. It's been acting weird all day. That's why I was like signing in and out, and my picture's there.
Could fit you in here. I mean, Karina, if you were comfortable, like you could be in the back, she could be here, and I could be all the way that way. So we could talk about that. Maybe we can bring you in.
Okay.
If you want to see this face in person another day a week.
I mean, I would love to get yelled at in person.
There you go. I'll do it. All right, so let's do this now. So yesterday I did like a little thing that I was just kind of messing around with, winding and unwinding the mace with a single arm, and trying to incorporate that into flows really is the challenge. So I want to just go through a little bit of winding and unwinding. I think everyone's done it like once, except for Jody and Kelly, who've done it quite a few more times, but it's still good practice because there's all these landmarks we want to try to hit. So I'm going to grip it with my left hand first. So literally right now, we're just going to do this winding and unwinding stuff in a silo, nothing else happening. So I've got my left hand on here, and I got my palm up. Our first move here, and I should probably give you a visual on the grip. So I'm not just going to go closed hand grip like normal. I'm going to put my thumb and my pointer finger on the globe for slightly better control of this mace. So right now I'm palm up with those two fingers kind of like holding that globe for better control. Our first move is right now we got the globe, the mace parallel to the ground, but we want to have the globe on the other side. So I'm going to take the globe, go up, so now my mace is vertical, and take it down to my opposite hip, which is my right hip. We're trying to get that mace parallel to the ground here, because that's a landmark. From here, we're going to kind of wind this thing up. So how are we going to do that? Well, if you watch the tail is going down, and right now my mace is vertical. And you feel free to use the other hand to kind of assist when we go slow like this, but what we want to do now is we're taking this tail all the way around into that cradle hold position right there. Let's do this a couple more times slow. So now when we unwind it, it's kind of obvious how we do this. Mace is vertical. Mace is parallel to the ground with the globus to the left. Mace is vertical. Mace is parallel to the ground with the globus to the right. So I'm going to wind her back up again. So globe goes to the left, the tail goes vertical. Bang. We now have this mace parallel to the ground again, go up to the left. Feel free to use this other hand to assist. Tail goes up, tail goes there. I'm in the cradle. Now I'm going to do it again. I'm not going to say what I'm doing on purpose. All I'm doing is I'm winding this thing up, and then I'm unwinding it. Literally, that's the whole deal. All right, let's switch sides. So let's get it in our right hand. Same grip as a reminder. The thumb's on there, the pointer finger is going to be on there. So right now, I got it on my right. So basically, I'm just going from this traditional hold, taking that left hand off. So let's start off by taking it into that cross body position. Beautiful. Now, we're going to kind of curl it up. Watch the tail. The tail's down. The tail goes to my left, parallel to the ground with the mace. Feel free to assist with that offhand. Tail goes up. Bang, I'm in my cradle. Unwind it, everybody. Go back where you came from. Let's do it again. So again, they're in parallel to the ground. Mace goes vertical. Mace goes parallel. Mace goes vertical. I'm in my cradle. Unwind it. One more time. Wind her up. All right, so look, we're not going to do anything real crazy with it. Besides that, we eventually can add turns in and sword swings and all this crazy stuff. We will get there, but that's the very first step to going down that road with all that stuff. So here's what we're going to do now. All right, real quick, we just need to figure out how do we get from this into a side lunge? And it's kind of easy, I like to think, but let's make sure we're on the same page. So I'm on my left hand again, I got my same grip. As I come up into cradle, it's a good opportunity to really quickly take my right hand on, left hand off, left hand on, right hand on. And that would be how I got into my side lunge. So let's just take it from here one more time. I'm gonna wind her up. As I'm coming up in the cradle, I wanna grip with that right hand for a sec for a transition. Right hand's on, left comes off. Left goes back on, right hand's on. So give me one more of those, maybe not quick, but quicker. So, ready, Green? You're on the left, right?
Yeah.
So get up to a cradle.
I think I was the wrong way around.
Got it.
This way?
So left hand is like this. Okay. Wind it up, get to your cradle. So you're going too far. And it's right there. So get it right here.
I'm like, totally.
Now look, you ready? Put the right hand on really close to the glove. Nope, so you should.
No, I'm like totally mixed up right now.
That's right. So we're gonna roll,
So,
but I might
yeah.
teach you that piece separate. That's okay.
Yeah.
All right. Come on. All right. So here's what we do. Let's enter into this thing the same way. 360 arrow, flip the mace, side lunge, and then I'm gonna show you how we're gonna use that as we step back in the center. So here's our deal. Facing you, because you might want to see what's going on. 360 arrow, side lunge. 1, 2, into side lunge. Now, very conveniently, I can just take my right hand off. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to step back and get to my cross body position. Bang, right there. Now, we're going to wind her up. Going to get the right hand on by the globe. Take the left hand off and side lunge back where I came from. So you can just figure out a way to like kind of step back and then go back to the side lunge again. Let's do this again. So 360, arrow left, side lunge right. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to push off my right foot. I'm centered. I'm cross body. I wind her up. Now that I'm in my cradle, I take my right hand on, right into that globe. I take the left hand off. I go back to my side lunge right. Let's do her again. 360, arrow, flip, side lunge right. Push back to center. Flip it. When you get in the cradle, it's your chance to keep that spin going and back into the side lunge you came from. So if anyone's really thrown off by this piece, come back from the side lunge, and then you're just going to go back into the side lunge one more time, and then we'll just make that part easier for you. So from there, we're going to take cues from the stuff that we did earlier. So we're going to then just go into knight shield, flip that grip, uppercut it. I'm just trying to make this a little bit more flowy. So follow my lead, 360 left, arrow left, side lunge right. If you're having a hard time with this part, just step to feet together and then right back. Those of you doing the flowy work, here we are, back to that side lunge to the right. Now here's what we're gonna do. Knight shield, flip it, uppercut it, back to side lunge. I'm gonna turn back around and do the whole thing again. Let's go 5 times together. Sorry, 4 together, 1 solo. 1, 2, 3. 360 to arrow, flip mace, side lunge off to the right, center, flip, and the cradle, you switch, you go back to the side lunge you came from. Knight shield left. Flip grip, uppercut, back to side lunge. 1, 2, 3, 360, arrow, flip, side lunge right. Center, wind on wind, knight shield, flip, uppercut, back to side lunge. So Karina, for you, why don't you shoot the arrow and side lunge to the right. So you're going to shoot an arrow left. So you're ready? I'll go this way. 1, 2, 3. So you start off right here, and then you're just going to take a side lunge to the right, Karina. Now you're just going to step back with me, Karina. Don't worry about this part. You're going to go right back to side lunge right.
Oh, okay.
Nice shield left.
It's funny, I had it before, and then
It's easy to lose.
Yeah. And now we're going back into the old flow.
Yep, exactly. One more time with me, everybody. And then you're going to go solo. 1, 2, 3. So Karina, start off here.
Yeah.
Side lunge right. Come to center. Flip that mace back to side lunge right. Nice shield. Flip it, uppercut it. Side lunge back to where you came from. All right, one more time, everybody. Emily, you look good. Yeah, great job, Emily. And when you're in that arrow, make sure you're pulling the hell out of it. You should be ripping that thing apart. Emily, you got to punch that harder to like finish that flip. Oh, good. Rin, you got it. All right. We got to go the other way. So again, if you want a quick sip of water, go ahead. It's already 10 of 1, which is crazy. We're going to do that whole thing the other way. So again, shorter with the beginning stuff, and we'll flow. We'll do 5 times 4 with me, 1 solo. I'm going to face you first and then turn around. So 2 facing you, 2 facing away, so you can see the hand on the flowy aspect of it. All right, so I'm going to end up really quick in a side lunge to my left. So here's how this piece looks if you're going to like kind of do that flowing piece with me with the kind of the wind unwind side. So I'm going to be here. So I'm going to push out of this side lunge and get right to that cross body across. So we wind it. Now this time the left hand goes on for a second just to get the right hand out of the way. Grip and side lunge back the way I came from. So let's do this one more time together. I'm going to side lunge to my left right now. I'm going to push off my left, get to cross body. My right fist in front of my left hip. I'm now going to wind it up. As we get into this cradle, I grip with my left hand and take my right hand off, put my right hand back on, and side lunge back where I came from. That's that piece. So let's do this thing. So now we're going to be going 360s right, arrow right, side lunge left to initiate this thing. So on 3 together. 1, 2, 3. Yep, creating that side lunge to your left. Cool. Now we're going to step center, cross body. As we get into that cradle, left hand on, right hand on, side lunge back where you came from. Now, nice shield. Flip that top hand, uppercut it, pivot back where you came from. 360. 1, 2, 3, going right. Arrow right. Side lunge to the left. Step back to center. Wind her up. As you get into the cradle, left hand on, right hand, left hand on, right hand off. Right hand on, side lunging. Now you shield, flip it, uppercut, back to side lunge. 2 more with me. 1, 2, 3. 360 to arrow. Flip it, side lunge to the right. Push off that left foot. Cross the body. As you wind, do the right stuff with the hand to get back to a side lunge left. Nice shield right. Uppercut. Back to side lunge. One more time with me, everybody. So 1, 2, 3. 360 right, arrow right, side lunge left. Push off the left foot to center. Wind it up. In the cradle, switch the hands. Side lunge back to the left, which is the side you came from. Nice shield right. Flip grip, shoulder hip. Uppercut. Back to side lunge. You are on your own. Do your thing. Good. And for everybody, during that arrow, make sure you're as tight as you can be. Think about your structure that we reviewed quickly earlier. Yep. Yes. Serena got it. One more if you're feeling good about things. Emily, you're good. You just missed a forward lunge on the uppercut. Everything else was there, though. One more extra credit if you're feeling good. Hey, so Bryn, you're doing a whole new move over there.
You're welcome.
Yep, it's okay. I'll show you that stuff later on. It was impressive.
It doesn't want to cradle right.
Yeah, you flip it too far is why, Bryn.
Okay.
So if you stop it when it's parallel to the ground, and like you're holding a baby or a football, your job's all done right there. You're going like way up there.
Okay.
That's literally all it is. That's the only adjustment you'd have to make. All right, so for those of you whose minds aren't already blown by the flippy stuff, we're now going to do a pivot into it. So this is familiar for Jody and for Kelly. If you don't want to do the turn, just don't do the turn, and that's okay with me. So we're going to do the same stuff. And then when we step back to center and we flip that mace around, we're going to turn 180 degrees. So let me break this down quick before we jump in. We got about 20 minutes left. We'll see how far we get with this idea. All right, so everyone, if you're with me, grab the mace with the left hand, do that same grip that we've been using, like that guy right there. And we're gonna have to do a little bit of extra work and movement with this mace. So the idea, the deeper you get into the mace stuff, is that like we're just basically creating a circle. And either we're chasing the circle or moving away from the circle. We're gonna try to chase our circle here and use that as a way to pivot 180 degrees. So let's actually do this just for a second. Put your mace down. Let's pivot together really quick. So if anyone has done any dancing, this probably makes a whole lot of sense, but I'm gonna take my left leg. I'm not gonna do a full-on dragon. I'm just putting it back here so I can easily pivot that way. So let's do left side again. Left side steps. I'm gonna pivot to that left to 180-degree turn. One more time. Beautiful. All right, let's do the right side. So stepping with the right, I pivot 180 degrees using that right side. Do 2 more times. Bang. Last time. There we go. Okay. So we're just going to do that. We can also step forward, but let's not worry about that today. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to practice this briefly for a minute. We are going to take our mace and we're going to do our wind unwind. And at a certain point, we chase the mace. So here's what I mean by that. Let's actually start off right here. So what we're going to do is we're going to add a piece. All we're going to do is tilt the mace so it kind of ends up sitting on the back of that shoulder back there. And this is the opportunity for us to chase our mace in a second. But let's go all the way into cradle first. So now from here, unwind, 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 unwind. The extra step is the back of the mace, tails on the shoulder. We are now going to pivot. Okay, now we still have our mace here, right? We can easily now just take that right into a cradle, just wind it right back up. So, facing me again, we're here. Let's wind up the cradle.
Up.
Wind up the cradle if you could first. So here's my cradle. I'm going to unwind. Get the tail on my shoulder, step back with my left leg. So right now, I still have the tail on my left shoulder. All I want to do from here is wind it back up into my cradle position. So can everyone get back to a left-handed cradle? Anyone not able to get back to a left-handed cradle? It's the same thing. We just turn around. Everyone okay? All right. So let's do this thing now. So we're going to turn that into our side lunge. So we're here. Britt has gone again at a very convenient time, you might notice. So let's get to cradle first. Let's unwind it and chase it. Right back to cradle. Now, this should be familiar. We're going to put our right hand on the globe. Take the left hand off. Put the left hand back on by the globe. Side lunge to the right. It's exactly what we did earlier. It's that same transition from cradle into side lunge. Let's do it again together, everybody. So,
Can I ask you a question?
go.
Do you turn the same way where you have the mace on that shoulder? So if it's up on your left shoulder, is that the way you turn?
Yep, so you're chasing it, so to speak. You're chasing the tail.
Perfect.
All right, cool. No problem at all. So let's do this again one more time real quick now, and then we're going to try to just go for it and see how it works. All right, so here's our deal. Cross body. Cradle. Unwind and chase it. So you're stepping back with your left leg, get back into your cradle hold, right hand on, left hand off, left hand on, side lunge. All right, so now that we got that, we're gonna do the whole damn thing, and that's that middle part. So just follow my lead here if you could. Let's go into our 360 to our left, arrow, flip it, side lunge. And then we're gonna use that move to turn around ultimately. So here we go. 360 left, arrow left. 1, 2, 3. So you can shoot your arrow left, Karina. And then you're gonna side lunge to your right. All right, so this is familiar so far, I hope. We're gonna push off our right, get to that cross body position. Now we're gonna wind this thing the whole way up into cradle, unwind it the whole way, and chase that tail. And now we end up going a side lunge to the right. I'm gonna now knight shield to my left, flip the top hand, uppercut with a step forward, pivot back to side lunge where we came from. So we end up doing a whole 360 in the course of that. Let's do it 2 more times together real quick. So 1, 2, and 3. 360 left, arrow left, side lunge right. Push off the right foot, step to center, cross body. Wind, unwind. Cradle, unwind and chase it. We're gonna end up side lunging to the right. Knight shield to the left. Flip that top hand, forward lunge uppercut. Back that side lunge to the left. Let's do it again, everybody. So let's go 2 more with me, and then you go solo for a minute. 1, 2, 3. 360 left. Arrow left. Side lunge right. Push off the right foot, feet together, cross body. Wind up to cradle. Unwind, chase your tail. Side lunge to the right. Knight shield left. Flip that top hand. 1 more with me. 1, 2, 3. Going left, and now right. Pushing off the right to center, cross body. Cradle. Unwind, chase your tail, side lunge right. Knight shield to the left, flip that hand, forward lunge uppercut, pivot back to side lunge. All right, let's see without my cueing. Do your thing. I believe in all of you.
Whoops.
Chase that tail. There you go, Jody. Good. Emily, chase your tail now. Good. Creamy looking good. Awesome.
But like from when we do the chasing the tail,
Yep.
do we flip it again? Because I don't know how
Yeah,
to
so it's the
flip.
same. So, she's a good question. So when we chase the tail and we turn around, how do we get back into a side lunge? And it's the same thing that we did here. So
So,
So I'm here, grip, let go, grip, silent. So basically what we're doing, if you really look at this, like watch the tail, what we're doing is we're creating this circle, or we're not breaking the circle. So literally that's all we're doing. It's just this circle that keeps going for me, where it's going to the left. So it's like you break out the legs and that goes away. This is all it is.
so from here.
So go to cradle first. So you ready? Go here.
Wait.
So good. I have a few minutes afterwards if you do.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Yes, thank you.
All right, let's go the other way.
Nice.
So here's our deal. We were going that way. Sorry, my 360, my arrow, we're gonna go that way. So left hand high. Let's go 4 together. 1, 2, 3. 360 to the right. Arrow to the right, but side lunge to the left. Now, we're pushing off the left leg. Getting there. Wind it the whole way. Unwind and chase your tail. You're going to step back with your right leg. So right there. And then we're going to end up side lunging to the left again. Night shield to the right. Uppercut, forward lunge. And then back into that side lunge where we came from. All right, 360 right, arrow right, side lunge left. Step to center. Wind it. Unwind, chase your tail. And we're going to end up side lunging to our left. Night shield to our right. Flip it. Uppercut it. Pivot back to side lunge. Back to where we started. 1, 2, 3. Right. Right. Side lunge. Left. Push back to center. Wind it. To cradle. Unwind it. Chase your tail. Back to side lunge. Left. Night shield right. To uppercut. To side lunge back to the right side. I believe you're going one more time with me and then you're going solo. 360 right. Arrow right. Side lunge left. Push back to center. Wind to cradle. Unwind. Chase your tail. Side lunge to the left. Night shield to the right. Forward lunge uppercut. Pivot. Side lunge right. I'm done. You owe me one more. Chase the tails. Right now, Grady. Yes, Grady got it.
But then this, I just go like that, but that's wrong.
Yeah, I'll show you. I'll show you. All good. All right, I feel like we kind of sort of got that. What do you two think?
Definitely.
Yeah. And Karina, you got more of that than I think you realize you did. All right, so we have a few minutes left. Why don't you grab yourself